Welcome everybody to the first day of houses being open to the public here at Universal. I'm here with Losh, Adrian from Losh TV, and we are the first ones in the parking garage. It is currently, let's see, 6:10 in the morning. Gotta get here super early so we can try to get the best virtual queue line time to return. So with that being said, let's get into the video for today. So turns out we might be a little bit too early, as people for the temperature checks aren't even here. Security isn't even here for like bag checks and everything. So we're just trying to kill time. But in the meantime, make sure that you are subscribed and have the bell notification turned on. And also while you're down there, make sure that you are following both my Instagram and my Twitter to stay up to date on all the things that I don't post videos about. And then finally, go over to my TeePublic to get your Hallowed Haunt Tour t-shirts, as well as my own personal channel logo t-shirts. It really helps support the channel. And yeah, so let's actually cut to when we finally get into Universal today. So we have finally made it into the park and are heading into the line for Tooth Fairy. We picked up David back there, and Adrian's still back there. And we are, like I said, we are heading into Tooth Fairy. Virtual lines don't open for a little bit. They're allowing the first couple people. They're allowing the first couple people to like head into the house before they activate the virtual lines. So if you want to actually get in before the virtual lines open, get here early. All right, so we just got out of Tooth Fairy, and I have to say, before we talk about it at all, there will probably be spoilers about the house in talking about it. So if you don't want to listen to this, skip ahead like about a minute or so. Oh my. Damn. And there is a massive line forming. I will show you that after we talk about this right now. But Adrian, this is your second time going through the house.
I think it's just as good as it was the first time. It was a really good house.
Okay, and then David, this was your first time through it.
Yeah, I think it was a cool story. I like the sets. The characters were cool, the little goblin people. Yeah.
See, I got scared a lot because they put me in the front of the pack. And there's this one room, here's where one of the spoilers is. There's this one room that has like sheets lining all the sides. And even though the plexiglass is up for that and everything, I still got terrified from that because they were coming from left, from right, from center. Like, scares were coming from all over. And you know, I said there was probably gonna be like 6 or so scare actors. They made it somehow feel like there was so many more scare actors in that house, which made it feel like a normal HHN house, so I loved it. So now I'm going to show you a little bit of this line that we have going on right now, which is literally like 4 minutes into actual park opening. So this is the line currently for Tooth Fairy. We are past Fallon right now, and like I said, this is 4 minutes past opening. This is a long line. And then Monsters is also a long line. So talking a little bit more about Tooth Fairy, I will talk a little bit about the facade, more spoilers coming up. So once again, skip ahead if you don't want to hear them. If not, continue to watch. But so the facade, absolutely love the facade. It's so simplistic, but it gets the point across of the story. It's pretty much it looks like a pop-up book where they have like moving pieces throughout it. They have like a voiceover throughout the entire house that tells you about, like, that talks you through the story of the Tooth Fairy and everything. And it's just a really nice way to set up the house and also keep you going throughout all the scenes that they talk about throughout the house. So checking out new things in the tribute store. So we have a whole bunch of new posters. I will try to put pictures for each of them up on the screen. So we have the skull arches from 1998, I believe. We have Primal Scream from, Primal Scream's from 98, my mistake. We have the Best of House, Best of Houses from HHN, which I'm getting. And then we also have the Chance poster of the Chance design that they had from 26. And then if we continue around here, they have a map of Terra Cuentis, which they are also selling, which is right over there. So here is the all the posters I was talking about. So it was, the Skull Arches is 1994. the Primal Screams 1998. There's the best of houses. And then here is the Chance poster I was talking about. So one of the new things that they have here at Universal for this, I guess, Halloween Horror Days is what they're doing, I guess, is what we're gonna call it. And so what you can get is this thing called Scarecrow Stalk. Yeah, Scarecrow Stalk. And anyways, you can walk around Universal Studios and locate 13 scarecrows and skeletons, and you receive like a trick-or-treat candy sampler bag, which kind of has a little bit of candy. And this is one of the pumpkin scarecrows that you can see in the park. This is in the Transformers store, and you would just go in, get the stamp for that location, and yeah, and as soon as you find all 13 of them, you go and redeem it at one of the 2 locations. And those locations are San Francisco Candy Company and Studio Suites. So I'd like to talk a little bit about the virtual line situation. So although it says on the app that the virtual lines are at capacity, you can actually keep on trying. They do end up refreshing every so often throughout the park. And so they update every so often on the app, and you can try to get more times, which is what we did. So we were able to get another time for both brides and a couple more times for Tooth Fairy. So we'll be going through the house a whole bunch today, as long as we continue to like check the app and make sure that we're staying up to date on times that are available. So we just got through our second run through of Tooth Fairy, and second run through much better than the first. I didn't get as many scares, but I've started to understand more of the story that behind the entire house. And now we are currently in line to go through Bride of Frankenstein Lives. So I will let you guys know how that is and try to tell you a little bit about it, about the house after the fact, and maybe do a little bit of a spoiler review. So once again, you'll have to skip through that if you don't want to hear it. So we just got done in Universal Monsters, The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, and the facade for that house. Spoiler alert, facade for that house, absolutely beautiful. It's just so, it reminds me of, that's exactly what they were going for the tribute store, is the outside, is the crumbling castle. It's so beautiful. The house itself, you can definitely understand the story by going through it if you didn't already know the house. And just the scare actors in the house did a really good job. But I do wish that there were more, but I understand that they can't have a lot of scare actors in the house due to what the current situation that we're in. But with the availability that they do have for the amount of scare actors to have in the house, they did really good. So we are currently in line to head into Cafe La Bamba, which has currently been transformed into what they're calling the Skeleton Bar, which is a nice Halloween themed bar inside of Cafe La Bamba. But they also have a nice spooky walkthrough element as well inside of it, where you can get different themed drinks to Halloween Horror Nights. I believe they have the Icons drinks in here, which are the director, and then also we have Chance. They're 2 different types of cocktails, as well as they have a Circus peanut cocktail, which kind of tastes like peanut butter and like the Circus peanut candy. So we're gonna go and check that out. Right inside the entrance to the Skeleton Bar, you have a whole bunch of Halloween themed pictures, I believe, from HHN's past, as well as a nice little skeleton boy right there. Alright, so here's the board in the Skeleton Bar for all of the food offerings. We have the bloody charred tandoori skewer. S'mores fries are back yet again this year. Frozen candy corn drink.
S'mores fries are back?
Yeah, s'mores fries are back! Vegan jacked up mac and incantation shrimp cocktail. And we have little display platters down here. You can see the s'mores fries, the shrimps, and the jacked up mac and cheese. So the thing that I said was the shrimps was actually the tandoori. This is actually the shrimp platter. So we are heading into the walkthrough type haunt room.
Excellent. I'll just have you
A lot of nice theming in here. It's making it real nice and spooky for the actual skeleton bar. These kind of look familiar right here. Maybe part of a Pumpkin Lord house. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Here's more of the room. Continuing on to the bar where you can see the drink choices over here. We have the Circus Peanut, the Mango Inferno, and the Loup-Garou. So I got the Circus Peanut. It has a little Circus Peanut on there. Circus Peanut is Screwball Peanut Whiskey, Peanut Butter Whiskey, Creme de Banana, Campari, and orange juice. I'm gonna quickly show off the last of this little walkthrough here. We have one more little scarecrow here, all lit up and nice. And a little cage with another skeleton in here. Honestly, I really love the whole theming of this skeleton bar. It's really nice and spooky and just puts me in the HHN/Halloween spirit without actually happening this year. And lastly, my quick little review of the Circus Peanut drink. I'm gonna be honest, wouldn't suggest it. I mean, it's an acquired taste. It's a mixture of a lot of flavors that I don't really think go together. So, unfortunately, it's not something I would get again. All right, so we are trying some of the offerings that they have here at the food trucks that are right outside of the tribute store. And the one thing that I got is the Twisted Tater, like the Twisted Frankencoil is what it's called. And so I'll dig in and let you guys know how it is. David got the, what did you get, David?
This is the Twisted Tater with cheese. It's delicious.
Yeah, so they have an option where you can get blood and guts on it, which is chili and cheese, but you just got the cheese. So I'll let you guys know how it is. So just finished up the Twisted Frankencoil. To be honest, it was kind of difficult to eat. It was because you're trying to get both of them at the same time, but then you get the hot dog, and then the Twisted Tater ends up breaking and falling off. So it was kind of hard to eat. So you ended up having to eat like one part at a time, either the hot dog or the Twisted Tater. So it was kind of very awkward to eat, like I said. So now I guess we're gonna head on to going into our second run through of Brides. We've currently done Tooth Fairy 3 times, and now we're heading in, like I said, to our second run through of Brides. Okay, so I got the fried chicken and funnel cake that they have at the food truck that's at the exit of the Universal Monsters maze. And so we're gonna try it out and tell you how it is. So just finished the chicken and funnel cake, and go figure, it was absolutely delicious. Funnel cake mixed with a nice piece of chicken. It just was like chicken and waffles, but a little bit sweeter. And the only thing that I could say that I can complain about is I wish the piece of chicken was bigger. It was kind of just like a tiny little chicken nugget, like chicken tender. So if I have one thing to change about it, I would say I wish they had a little bit of a bigger piece of chicken. But with that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap up today's video. It's really hot out here. The park is at capacity, and I've done the houses like a good number of times. So we're gonna come back another day during the week, and I'm gonna do the Scarecrow scavenger hunt for you guys and film that for you. So be on the lookout for that video. And as always, I've been Michael, and this has been Hollow Thrills, and I'll see you guys next time.